Hi friends, it's Becky, and I have a 2-for-1 unboxing for you today. I have my Bargain Bead Box, finally! And I also have the first companion bundle that is supposed to go with this Bargain Bead Box for December 2024. This is the Glacial Glimmer Bargain Bead Box. And this companion bundle is the first companion bundle that they listed for sale. They listed it before these had even I think, or right after they had sent out all of these. So I got this and I got this, and I'm going to be unboxing both of them and organizing them into their own little 15 grid organizers. I love to organize my bead boxes in these because then I can see all my beads at once and I actually use them instead of putting them on a shelf and forgetting about them. So I'm going to be doing those. I'm going to open up the Bargain Bead Box first, and I will go through that whole thing, get it organized, and then open up the companion bundle. If you don't want to watch the unboxing for the Bargain Bead Box, because you've already gotten yours and you've watched 10 unboxings, or if you are still waiting for yours and you don't want a spoiler, go ahead and skip that part. I will put a link in the description below to the part where I start doing the companion bundle. So if you would like to see that, go ahead and skip the first part. If you're just here for the companion bundle, go ahead and skip the first part. You don't have to watch the whole thing. But if you'd like to sit back and watch the whole thing, it will be a little bit longer of an unboxing because I'm doing 2 of them. So that said, I'm going to move my companion bundle out of the way and get my Bargain Bead Box opened. All right, I'm so excited about this. 'Tis the season for postal delays, and I am not the only person who has had some frustrations and has been hoping that they'd be able to get to this before the end of December. If you are still waiting, I feel your pain. Absolutely do. We're gonna go ahead and open this up, get it organized, take a look at it, have some fun with it, maybe over the weekend. I do have some time that I'm not going to be working. Below this fold is a 30% off coupon that every subscriber gets to the sister store, Bead Box Bargains. That's where they usually list the companion bundles. That's where they also list sellouts or closeout items of check glass, lampwork glass. You've got crystal beads. You've got gemstone beads. There are so many things that they list there. It is a smorgasbord of beady goodness, and they are all already heavily discounted. And then on top of that, you get a 30% off coupon that you get to use at the sister site if you are a subscriber. So that's below this fold. And also the Bargain Bead Box is one of the best value for money bead subscriptions that you have out there. You get a ton of fantastic pieces for less than $25 US. So it's a pretty fantastic bargain in and of itself. Now let's see what this is all about. Celebrate the frosty beauty of winter with glimmery gemstones and sparkling crystal. Genuine blue lace agate takes center stage with accents including aquamarine, agate, quartz, and crystal beads in icy blue tones. Silver finished findings and elegant swirling motifs complete the collection. So I am excited to get this in my hands and actually get around to playing with it. I went ahead and spoiled myself beforehand by watching some unboxings from some of my other beady friends. And I was like, I can't wait until I actually can get that for me. All right. Now they do have a list on the back of all of the items, the regular prices that they would be, whether they are lead-free, nickel-free, cadmium-free, which can be very important, especially like the bead caps are lead-free, nickel-free. The brass Stardust spacer beads are only nickel-free. So they've got those noted in here. It says it's a hypoallergenic steel Figaro chain, but it doesn't specify that it's nickel-free, so I don't know if that would be safe for my sister to use, for instance. But it's sort of important to keep that in mind if you've got people in your life that you are making things for that have nickel allergies. But they are all clearly labeled as well on here on the bags. So I'm just going to be reading off the labels instead of going down the list. And that way I can get to them in whatever order I want. And I'm going to start with these chipped beads because chipped beads can take up a little bit of room in the organizers. And I want to make sure they get nice and situated before we start opening up some more of these beads. These are fantastic, beautiful beads. I am so excited about these. All right, so we've got some blue lace agate chip beads. There's 15 inches of chip bead on here. And especially when I've got lighter colored beads, their color can get a little washed out with this background behind it. So I like to use my little ladybug dish to bring it closer to the camera so you guys can see a little bit easier what kind of beads we're dealing with. These are just such a beautiful, like, light periwinkle color. And again, it's a 15-inch strand. A lot of these are weird shapes. I'm going to put down one of the sections on my organizer so that we can make sure we fit the whole thing in here. And if it doesn't go all the way up to the top of the lid, that's fine, because sometimes if you've got larger focals, you can lay them on top of the section where you've got your larger amount of beads. There you go. I'm just unstringing these guys. They're so pretty. I love that. I love that. All right, let's grab these guys next. These are Malaysia Jade dyed quartz. They are 8mm rounds in ice blue, and there are 7.5 inches of beads on this strand. Let's get this closer. Where are you going, friends? Get this up here. It is such a cool icy blue. I'm going to put them in the section next to this one, right here. And I think these should all fit in the same section. Sometimes with these larger beads, like 8mm, if they're longer than, say, the 7.5 inches that I'm doing here, then I've got to lay down a second set on there so that we've got enough room for all of them. I love that there's like purple highlights in here with all of these blues and crystal colors. That is really fun. Speaking of purple, here we go. This is Alexandrite AB colored 8mm crystal faceted rounds, and the faceting on these rounds looks like little disco balls. Look at those. Look at that shimmer. I'm just going to wiggle this for just a little bit, just so you can get more shimmer on here, more sparkle. We always need a little more sparkle in our life, friends. At least I do. Where you going, buddy? And this was 10 inches. Again, they are 8mm. Let me see if these will all fit in the one section over here. If not, I can let down this little separator. These are going to be so much fun to create with. I am already foreseeing me just wanting these in everything that I make. It's that AB finish on top of the faceting that's just getting me, man. It's just getting me. Okay, these all fit in here, and this is a really fun way of tying this on here. All right, they do all fit. That is so lovely. All right, and now I've got some more larger beads. These are Crystal Chevron Oval Barrel Beads in Slate Blue Iris. There's 6 inches of these. They are They've got the shiny laser cut sections and then the matte sections as well. And they are on my Nemesis. It is this wire that if it pokes you, it hurts a lot because that's so tiny. It's my least favorite stringing material. But I'm being very careful because I would like to enjoy this unboxing and not spend half of it cursing. There we go. Let's move that out of the way. I think that's gonna help. Alright, the wire is like twisted on itself, so I'm just untwisting it in order to get it off of here. You know what? There we go. And I'm very carefully going to move it off of there so I don't accidentally poke myself after I get this on there. How pretty is that? Alright. More crystals. We've got 6x4mm crystal faceted rondelle beads in powder blue AB, and there's 15 inches of these. These should all fit in the same section, even though there's a ton of them. And they are once again on my least favorite stringing material. I'm gonna snip that wire here on that side. Whoop, where you go? Okay, it's fine. It's fine, I'll find him later. He's just going on a little adventure under the desk. So long, farewell, friend. I'm just not going to mess with the curly cues. I'm trying to get these in there the right way. I'm going to go ahead and just get that wire out of the picture so I can concentrate. Oh no, there's a little teeny piece of wire here. If you guys can see it. It was right on my bead mat and I just about stuck my finger right on it. So I'm gonna move that out of the way. Whew. I get nervous about that because like I've been poked so many times, y'all. It's it's not fun. That is such a pretty blue. Oh, one more little friend. Okay, and now we've got some sea opal glass, faceted round beads. There's 11 inches of these, and these are 8mm as well. We've got a lot of larger sized beads in this one. There you go. It's got that opalescent color to it. That sort of opalite glow. Come on. I'm trying to get this undone over here. How about if I do that instead? So this thing, like, spent a week in Dallas, man. Not a week, maybe 4 or 5 days. Like, I've been there. There's not that much to do. Just kidding. As I alienate all of my Dallas friends. And now we've got some 8x10 English cut crystal rondelle beads in crystal AB. They are, don't have a length on this, but it looks to be about 7 or 8 inches. Look at the sparkles. Look at those sparkles. It's more wire, friends. Oh boy, more wire. Nope. Not today. Not today, wire devils. I love these English cut crystals. They are just such a fun, pretty cut. They've got all these like jaggedy ends, and then you've got just your flashy triangles in there. Hey, I would like you to move there and be next to these other guys. Okay. One more. Like I said, I always get real nervous about this. I'm going to try to be very careful. Okay. Whew. Not pictured is me trying to clean off my desk and accidentally stabbing myself with those. And then there will be cursing. All right. Now we have some 6mm agate. They are cornflower blue round beads. And there's 15 inches of these. And let's get these up here so you can see all the different variations in these beads, where you've got the very, very light blue ones. You've got some clear, almost white ones. You've got some that have like some little sandy colors in them. And then you've got your dark blue and most of these bright, bright blues. I think that's one of my favorite things about most agate beads, is that there can be so much variation between the different beads and what you actually get with them. There are so many beads in this. Hold on, I've got these guys. Just gotta round them up. They're visiting their neighbors, saying hi. Oop. And now I've got some more of the blue lace agate. These are faceted cylinder beads. There's 4 inches of them, and they are 8 to 12mm. I love how some of them are these funky shapes too. Oh, there's a knot in between all of them. Okay. Just gonna nibble away at these. Okay, most of these are going to be findings and pendants. So let's get the rest of these out. We've got some 4mm crystal faceted bicone beads. They are matte white with an AB finish. I don't know if you can see the AB showing through there. There are, it doesn't say how many inches this is, but I feel like it's about 15, maybe 14. Is a sufficient amount for us to be able to do some really fun things with. So I'm gonna just stick them over here in this corner. tied around the beads, so I've got to untie it. There we go. And then we've got our 20mm blue lace agate and brass point pendant. That one right there. I'm gonna stick it right there in the center. I like to put my charms and things in there. It looks like we've got several different findings, so I'm probably going to roommate situation these aquamarine beads in here with these guys, because these aren't taking up very much room and these won't take up very much room, so they can coexist very happily together. The 3mm gemstones like this, I usually will leave them on their strand when I put them in the organizer because they're easier to design with. I can pull the whole strand out instead of having to dig them out with something else. So there are 7.5 inches of these on this strand. They are so faceted. I'm going to go ahead and stick them right in here with those matte crystal bicones. All right, silver stuff. So here's the Figaro chain. There is 1 meter of this. This is a nice chain. I like this. All right, I'm going to stick the chain here. And then we've got some spacers. These are the Stardust spacers. They're 4mm brass Stardust spacers, and they are silver colored. There are about 50 pieces in this bag. I'm just going to put a few of them on here and bring them up here. So you can see that Stardust coating, the Stardust finish. And you know what I think I'd like to do with them is stick them right in here in this section. And then we're gonna team up with these bead caps and put them in the same section. These are 7.5mm dotted star bead caps, and there are 30 of them in here. Get a couple of them out on here so you can see the inside and the outside of these. They are star-shaped. And then we've got a woven swirl pendant. It is 39 by 16mm. And here's the front and the back. Sort of love that. I'm going to stick this pendant in here with the other pendant. And then we've got woven swirl links. There's 4 of these, and they are 28 by 18mm. And it looks like they don't necessarily have a right side and a wrong side. But they do have like a top and bottom. Do you see how this loop is turned that way and this loop is turned this way? So each of them will have a separate loop, it looks like. And now we've got some woven knot charms. They're 18 by 16mm, and there are 8 of these. These do not have a front or back either. These could also be used as connectors because you've got a little opening here on the bottom. You could use it as a connector in a chain or even for multi-point connections. So they don't necessarily have to be used just as charms. I'm going to put these in here because that's where I put charms and pendants. And now we've got just one more thing. It is the 3 sets of the swirled hook and eye clasps. And I don't have a measurement on this. It looks like this is the eye part, and this is the hook part. And they'll go together like that. It's nice that there's a little bump there to keep it from coming apart on its own. There's 3 of these that we can use. And again, lead-free, nickel-free, and cadmium-free for all of those. All right, friends, so I'm going to go ahead and put the lid down on this, move it out of the way, and get out my second box. There we go. Because I'm going to be sorting the companion bundle that just got here. All right, so if you are just joining us from the not so distant past, you time traveled over here past the unboxing of the Bargain Bead Box, and you're ready to watch this, I'm going to go ahead and read down the list and try to find my pieces, because often what happens is when they sell out of a companion bundle, they're not necessarily going to be selling out of every part of the companion bundle. And there may be some components that are still available at Bead Box Bargains. So if you see something that you really like and you want to go check it out and see if it's there, I'm going to be reading off these little numbers. It's also going to be listed on the actual, the bag itself, and that can help you find it on the Bead Box Bargains site. All right, so let's see what's in here. Once again, this was the first companion bundle. They will usually also release a second, sometimes a third, if it's very popular companion bundle. And the best way to find out about when the companion bundles are released is to get on the mailing list at Bead Box Bargains, beadboxbargains.com. They usually also send a little extra, just a little gift with your packages or one of your orders. And it looks like I got myself some gold filigree bead caps with this one. And that's the product number if you wanted to see if they had any available. Cap 514. All right. I'm going to get these out. I'm going to spread them around just a little bit so that I can see them more clearly when I start reading out my little bits. Hold on. There they are. And this is the first one on the list. They are 20 7.5 by 7 scallop pattern cone bead caps in antique silver. And the product for that is cap 617. These are kind of cool, actually. I'm gonna stick them right in here. I wonder if these would fit nicely on some silver sock. Let me... No, I don't have some to hand. Which is weird for me, but that's okay. That's totally okay. But then we've got some Preciosa check crystal faceted briolette drops. That's these guys right here. They are crystal 0461. They are tanzanite color, and I'm just going to get these closer because they're very difficult to see in the bag. But up closer you can really see like that beautiful tanzanite color. how perfectly shaped they are. These are some gorgeous drops, and they have had these drops on their website. So if you can't find them in this color, they have had some other colors on there, and they are preciosa. So I'm going to just stick them right in here for now. And then we've got a 3-gram bag of the Preciosa Crystal Faceted Bicone beads. Where are my bicone beads? That's these guys right here. And that is 0473. And these are just in the crystal color. So they're clear. There's no AB. I'm going to stick these actually in the same little section that I've got these, the Preciosa briolets. All of them. And yeah, there's about 20 pieces in there. They weighed it out in grams rather than in pieces. All right, and then we've got crystal faceted barrel beads. That's these guys right here. Chris 3166. They're crystal faceted cubic cylinder beads. They're opaque gray with an AB finish. And there's about 24 of these. They are 6 by 5 millimeters in size. They remind me a little bit, the shape-wise, of fire polish check glass beads, but these are crystal. So I'm going to stick them right here next to that one. Then we've got crystal faceted triangle beads in crystal AB. They are 3738. And I've got an 11-inch strand. They're 4 by 5, 4.5 by 5.5 by 3 millimeters in size, so it's multi-dimensional. They're very ice crystally, and I'm just so happy to see crystals strung on the plastic instead of the wire. Makes me very happy. All right, crystals go here. I'm just putting them in here. Sometimes I get a little bit stymied, like stumped when it comes to designing with these crystal beads because they are such an odd shape, but they're so pretty when you use them right. So I think I'm going to give myself a little personal challenge, since they sometimes stump me, to make sure I use them in one of the designs that I use with this box. Just because I like to challenge myself to do things that are sometimes a little bit hard for me. All right, next, we've got crystal faceted rondelle beads. Is that these guys? Lilac jade? Nope, lilac jade. This one, 3829. It's a 16-inch strand, and they are 4 by 3.5 millimeters. They almost glow, you know, with that purpley color. They almost glow. Let's go ahead and get this. It's a lot of beads with a 16-inch strand. They should all fit in the same section though, because they are smaller beads. But still, we are leaning heavily into the purple side of this color palette. But it's such a lovely purple. Come here, friend. All right, come on. Guys on the end. Wow. I'm just really bad at that, aren't I? You know what? A friend here on the channel was letting me know that I should stop saying I'm bad at things. And I agree, I should be better at self-talk. I should remind myself, hey, you're pretty good at this, instead of saying, oh, why am I so bad? So I apologize for that. All right, then we've got check glass, pressed glass drip beads. There are these guys right here in Alexandrite. That's the color 6667. And that Alexandrite color, that's the similar color to what we just had the Briolettes, but it looks like the Preciosa Briolette color Alexandrite is a little bit darker of a purple than this check glass Alexandrite. And these are 8mm beads. I'm going to stick them right here. Or maybe I'll stick them right here, actually, because I'm sort of saving that top row for the much bigger beads. We've got some more of the blue lace agate chip beads, by the way. Those came in the Bargain Bead Box as well. Pressed glass, wild rose, flower beads, blue opal with a silver wash. That's $69.25. And there's 4 of these. They're 14mm. They're so pretty. Sticking them right here. Right front and center. And then we've got some pressed glass oval beads. This one right here, $69.34. There are 6 of them. They are 19 by 7mm, and they are violet silk with a silver shimmer. These are some really fun beads. I'm going to stick them right in here next to my little flower guys, because I think I'm going to need the space for some of my bigger beads in a little bit. There's a very long strand of these, and then we've got these like giant nuggets, and then we've also got the chip beads, so they're all gonna need some space. Trust me on that. We've got stainless steel snowflake cutout links. I believe that, no, that's a charm. Where are my links? There we go. Finding $29.53. There's 2 of them, and they are 12mm. These guys were right here. Setting them right in here. And then we've got snowflake with cubic zirconia charms. They're silver, and they are 40/20, 17 by 12mm. And here's the front and back of those. Stick them right in here with these 2. Then we've got an oval flower pendant with a sea opal glass accent. It is silver and pink. That's this one right here. Let me turn it over so you can see the other side. It's flat. You know, this might be actually fun to paint the inside of it. Just do some little green leaves or something, put a little background on the back of it. I don't know. I'm probably not going to, but it would be fun to do it. Just saying. Would be fun. And then we've got a stainless steel laser cut floral round charm. There's 14 by 12mm. There's 2 of them. They are 42.30. It's these ones. Looks like they are the same front and back. I'm gonna stick them in here. They look snowflakey, so I can see why they would have included them. All right, and then we've got the 4 to 10mm blue lace agate chip beads. That's this one. Gems at $59.90. There are 15 inches of that. Oh boy. There's so many chip beads. Wondering if I should just put these in with my other or not. You know what? It'll be fine. I can have them in more than one location. Honestly, after getting all of these blue lace agate chip beads, if I don't use them in a design, then there's something wrong with me. All right, so chip beads are in. Then we've got a 6mm quartz crystal faceted round beads. 6038. What's this one? Quartz crystal. There's 15 inches of these. And again, they are 6mm. Sort of love these. They feel fantastic. These would be a great bead to use in a on a bracelet. They just, I don't know, I'm getting a great tactile response from them. Okay. Let's get these guys all in here. Unstrung. And we just have a few more to do. I'm going to switch to the last page of this. Tumbled nuggets. Nug life. Here we go. This is gem 6121. It's a 16-inch strand of 8 to 15mm blue lace agate tumbled nuggets. These are beautiful. I'm definitely going to be using these. Oh, you know what would be great together? Those. They would be fantastic together, I think. Absolutely fabulous. All right, let's get this strand cut here. Get these guys into this section. I love these tumbled nuggets. I think I like tumbled nuggets more than I like chip beads. Might even like them better than I like rounds. Just playing around with my druthers. And then we've got a blue and white agate matte round beads. This is an 8mm strand. We've got all sorts of fun types of beads in here. You know, some of these, if you wanted to do another solar system project, some of these would probably make great planets. Just saying. If you weren't here for the solar system box that we got at the beginning of this year. That was absolutely my favorite box. I did a couple of different projects. One is an actual solar system necklace with like the beads as different planets in the solar system. And then the other one was planet facts and earrings based on each of them, which was so much fun to do. I'll put links to both of those videos in the description below if you missed it and you'd like to watch it. To either of them, they're very long videos, so you know, it might be a fun way to spend some time. I've got 2 more items left. I've got spacers. They are 1568 is the spacers. They're just round, nickel-free spacer beads in an antique silver color. Let's get a couple of these guys on here. And I'm going to stick them right here in this corner. I was saving it for the spacer beads. And then I've got a toggle clasp. It is a platinum plated brass oval toggle clasp, 19 by 22 millimeters with a 22 millimeter bar. All right, there we go. And that is the Bargain Bead Box, or Bead Box Bargains companion bundle to go with the Glacial Glimmer Bargain Bead Box. So the companion bundle, again, best way to get it is to be notified. They sell out really fast, and you would want to go to the Bead Box Bargains website, sign up for their newsletter, and then they'll let you know when they have it on there. Now, if you were trying to avoid spoilers for the Bargain Bead Box, I'm about to pull it out, so this would be a great time to hit like and subscribe and then get out of here if you don't want to see it. But if you'd like to see these side by side, then hang out for just a little bit longer. I'm not going to stop you from liking this video though. You can do that anytime. Alright, so here we go. This was the Bargain Bead Box, Glacial Glimmer, and this is the first companion bundle. There will probably be other companion bundles, just because they do such a really good job of it, and people love them so much. And so many times, you know, someone might miss out on the first one, but then they grab the second one, and sometimes, y'all, the second one is better than the first, or even the third one is better than the first two. So if you missed out the first one, do not fear. Keep an eye out on your mail, email for notifications, and if it is within your budget, I suggest you grab it as soon as you see it because, again, they sell out fast. Anyway, I really appreciate the time that you've spent with me, watching me unbox these and sort these, and what else was going to say? If you would like to subscribe to the Bargain Bead Box, there is a coupon in the description below and a link to Bargain Bead Box. And if you become a subscriber, you'll get a 30% off coupon that you can use at the sister store, Bead Box Bargains. I spend way too much money there, just putting that out there, way too much, but I really enjoy it and I have so much fun with it. So we'll probably be doing some projects with both of these over the next few days. Happy beading.